Unit 1 test. Show any work on the test and write your answer in the blank provided. Please record your answer on your Scantron. Number 1. What is the unit rate if there are 92 miles driven using 4 gallons of gas? Is it A, 21 miles per gallon, or C, 23 miles per gallon? Number 2. Sarah wants to buy new pillows for her room. Which store offers the best buy on pillows? Is it store C or store D? Number 3. Which size bag of cat food shown in the table has the lowest unit price? Is it A, 24 ounces, or B, 40 ounces? Number 4. At their annual car wash, the Science Club washes 30 cars in 45 minutes. At this rate, how many cars will they wash in 1 hour? Number 5. Jason can travel 24 3/4 miles in 1/2 of an hour. What is his average speed in miles per hour? Is it A, 45 miles per hour, or B, 49.5 miles per hour? And remember, all of these questions have to do with unit rate. Number 6. Before we begin, this section is going to be about solving proportions. Number 6. Solve the following proportion. 6.5 over V equals 3 over 11.7. C, 25.35, or D, 73.05. Number 7. Patty can make 10 purses in 8 hours. At this rate, how many purses can she make in 28 hours? Is it A, 35 purses, or B, 70 purses? Number 8. To make a punch, Anna adds 8 ounces of apple juice for every 4 ounces of orange juice. If she uses 32 ounces of apple juice, which proportion can she use to find the number of ounces of orange juice she should add to the punch? Is it A, 8 over 4 equals X over 32, or B, 8 over 4 equals 32 over X? Number 9. Solve the following proportion for C. 5 over 8 equals 2.5 over C. Is it C, 3.5, or D, 4? Number 10. If it takes 15 gallons of gas to drive 330 miles, how many miles can be driven using 20 gallons of gas? Is it A, 0.91 miles, or B, 440 miles? This next section is about determining if a proportional relationship exists from a graph. Number 11. The graph shows the amount of money Amy earns each hour she works. Which statement about the graph is not true? So you're going to look at the graph and see which answer is not true. Is it A, the graph shows a proportional relationship, or B, the graph shows a non-proportional relationship? Number 12. Does the graph show a proportional relationship? It's either going to be A, yes, or B, no. Number 13. Choose the correct statement below. So you're going to look at the graph and see which statement fits the graph best. Is it A, the graph shows a proportional relationship between Fahrenheit and Celsius, or B, the graph shows a non-proportional relationship between Fahrenheit and Celsius? Number 14. Kayla earns $6 per hour babysitting. Use the graph below to determine whether the amount of money Kayla earns is proportional to the number of hours she babysits. Is it A, not proportional, the graph is a straight line but does not pass through the origin, or B, proportional, the graph is a straight line through the origin? Number 15. Choose the graph that represents a proportional relationship. Is it graph C or is it graph D? This next section is about determining if a relationship is proportional from a table. Number 16. The table shows the cost for ordering a certain number of pieces of chicken. What is the value of X if the cost is proportional to the number of chicken pieces ordered? So, for 2 pieces of chicken ordered, the cost is $3. For 3 pieces of chicken ordered, the cost is $4.50. For 4 pieces of chicken, the cost is $6. So what would X, the cost, be for 6 pieces of chicken ordered? Is it going to be C, $6.50, or D, $9? Number 17. Tell whether the data set shows a proportional relationship. If so, identify the constant of proportionality. Hint, where does money always go in a ratio or proportion? Would it be C, proportional, constant of proportionality equals 4/1, or D, proportional, constant of proportionality equals 1/4? Number 18. Weights of 4 different materials are shown below. So we have material 1, material 2, material 3, and material 4. They're all the same length, but there's different weights. Which of the material's weights does not have a proportional relationship with the length? Is it material 1 or material 2? So would it be A, material 1, or B, material 2? From the table, what is the relationship between the number of hours and the number of pages read in a book? Is it B, non-proportional, or D, ratio? Number 20. From the table, what is the relationship between the cost to rent a car and the number of miles it is driven? Is it A, cannot be determined, or B, non-proportional? This next section is about constant of proportionality. Number 21. What is the constant rate of change between the quantities in the table? Is it A, $5 per hour, or C, $10 per hour? Number 22. Lorenzo opens a checking account. He makes the same deposit every month and makes no withdrawals. After 2 months, he has $100. After 4 months, he has $200. And after 6 months, he has $400. What is the rate of change? Is it B, $50, or D, $100? Number 23. What is the constant rate of proportionality shown in the graph below? Is it A, 2.5, or B, 3? Number 24. What is the constant rate of proportionality shown in the graph below? Is it A, 15, or B, 18? Number 25. What is the constant rate of change shown in the table below? Is it A, 50, or C, 1 over 25? This next section is a short answer question. So you're going to read the word problems and then follow the directions from there to solve the problems. Number 1. If it takes 4 gallons of gas to drive 92 miles, how many miles can be driven using 6 gallons of gas? So you're going to write and solve a proportion. Number 2. Jamie and Ryan work at the grocery store. The wages earned for the weekend are shown in the table and graph. Who gets paid more per hour? Explain how you know. So you're going to look at the table and you're going to look at the graph, and from that information, you're going to figure out who gets paid more per hour. So who gets paid more each hour. And then you're going to explain how you know. Okay, so the table shows how much Joseph has saved the first 2 weeks. Part A, graph to find the amount Joseph has saved after 3 weeks. So you're going to look at the table and then you're going to determine how much Joseph is going to save after 3 weeks. Part B, what is the constant rate of change? What does it mean? So you're going to look at your graph and you're going to determine what the constant rate of change is, and then you're going to determine what that means. So what does constant rate of change mean? Part C, is the amount proportional to the number of weeks? Explain. So you're going to look at your data from your graph and your table. You're going to determine if the amount is proportional to the number of weeks. So is the amount of money Joseph saves proportional to each week? And then you're going to explain why.